Ever found yourself so trapped in, oh my God, I regret that. Oh, I've ruined my life. Oh, I feel sad. Or maybe the other end, when you're being like really anxious and worried about things coming up, nervous, things are going to go wrong. Well, today I want to talk about connecting to the present moment and working with that to really build out more peace going forward in your life. Welcome back and thank you for being here. So, there's a great book called The Power of Now that I'm going to base today's episode on by Eckhart Tolle, and I've recently got a new program from him as well. Very, very cheap, but very, very valuable. Um, and yeah, like for me, when I've been down, even like when I've had struggles recently, I've acknowledged that I've been thinking about like the past and like, oh, what if I could change this? What if I could change that? And it gets me, can get me quite sad because it's like, but actually it's like missing something from the past as well. Now, I'm not saying don't grieve. Like, I'm not saying do not grieve. I'm not saying if you're going through a really hard time, whatever, it's a loss of a person, a relationship, a situation, don't feel that because it's important to feel that. But if we live there constantly, it can actually be damaging. There's people who've been through, I've heard like my mentor, he says, one of my mentors says he lost one of his parents and he was in a grieving process for months, and he had his stepmother was in a grieving process for about 10 years. Now, I'm not putting a timeline. I want to be really clear, and I'm not saying how long you should be grieving for. I am not, right? It's completely up to you. Please get the support you need, whatever you're going through, 100%. And I've been doing that. That's why I have therapists and things like that. What I'm saying here is that shows an example of perhaps someone who was stuck in looking in the past too much, as opposed to feeling what they needed to, emotionally processing, and then whilst you lose someone, it's going to be with you for the rest of your life. How much we live in grief is going to obviously impact the quality of our life. So for me, when I've lived in a regret, sadness, I've done that. Even like when I've had breakups or whatever, things like that in the past, it really held me back from moving forward rather than going an intense like shorter period to really feel it out. I kind of long, yeah, what's the word? Made it longer than it needed to be. So yeah, like for me, I realized that when I feel down, it's from like living in the past too much and regretting and missing things, which is at the time and place, like I say. And then anxiety, when I've been anxious, it's about like, oh my God, what shall I do in the future? What if I mess this up? What do I do? And all these kind of things, right? And yeah, that's what I've just noticed in myself. And I've researched on it. And it seems to be quite a common thread for other people as well. And even from the power of now, that seems to be a common theme. That depression's when you live in the past, missing things too much. Like I say, it's not you should you want to feel things, but it's when you live there all the time. And then anxiety is when you live in the future and worry about what's going to happen all of the time as well. Or you could go between the two and not live in the present. Now, you can live in the future a bit and be excited as well. That's obviously a good thing. But also, if you're excited about things in the future too much and don't live in the present, nothing's going to get done, and it probably won't happen. Then you'll feel regretful. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about how now's really the only moment. But actually, there may be some questions you've got, like what about goal setting, and that's definitely covered in the book as well. So I really want to just reflect on this in this episode today. So here's some points that I learned from the book that really helped me, even like recently, working through things. Number one, stress is caused by wanting to be in the future. It's like, I don't like where I currently am. Things will get better one day, and it's resisting what is. So don't resist what is. Use what is at the moment, and then move forward with it. Number two, observing things is absolutely key. Observing the self, observing yourself and how you're feeling and what you're going through is absolutely key. I have personally discovered. Right. Number three, surrender to the now. It kind of links to the first thing, but it's a different one. Surrender to the now, and if you can't surrender to what's going on now, remove current challenges. So if you're like, it's not about accepting where you are, but it's like, and staying there, it's about, yeah, this is happening now, and I'd like to change it. but I know this is exactly where I am right now. Because resisting what is, again, is a really painful one. And if it's so bad that you can't accept it, like you really, really hate your job, you really, really need to get out of your relationship, and then you need to shift those things. If you really can't surrender to where you are. If it's like, oh, I've got a difficult relationship, but I know we can turn this around, it's about acknowledging that. If it's like, we cannot change this around, I know that in my heart, it's about changing it, right? And I'm not giving a relationship advice here. Or the job, I'm not saying quit your job or don't, that's up to you, be very clear. But if it's like something you really can't surrender to, honestly, no matter how deep you go, it's an opportunity to change it, all right? And then number 4, addiction is refusal to go through pain. I certainly can relate to that. And addiction doesn't just mean drugs and alcohol. I've been down the very dark path of alcohol. I'm not going to lie about that. I've been like into days because I just didn't want to feel pain. And it would get me into a temporary heightened place and then into a lot dark, deeper place, right? But addiction is refusal to go through pain. It could be social media. It could be food. It could be sex. It could be porn. Whatever it is, right? Addiction is refusing to go through pain. So really pay attention to what your addictions. If you've got a lot of them, you may want to cut them or reduce them or do like one by one. Speak to a specialist on that as well. But actually, the more you can sit with your pain, the more connection you'll have. And addiction is often a lack of connection, if not always. So if you can connect with yourself, no matter how painful it feels, that will really allow you to move forward. And then the 5th point I've learned about this is set goals, but be present with where you are now. So yeah, like if you're like not identifying where you want to move forward, how do you know, right? But if you're setting goals and be like, I'm going to be happy when I hit that goal, you're just going to be forever chasing white rabbits, as one of my teachers says, right? That's like the greyhound chasing the right rabbit. You'll never catch it to feel good because you'll hit a goal and then you'll set another one, right? So set goals, but be present with you now. Goals are there to set direction, but fulfillment and happiness is where you are right now. So those are the points I wanted to share with you today about really living a more fulfilled time in where you are now. So here are the 5 points again. Number 1, stress is caused by wanting to be in the future. Observing yourself is absolutely key. Surrendering to the now, and if it's really, really not tolerable, removing it. Number 4, addiction is a lack of going through current pain or feeling into emotional pain. Number 5 is set goals, but be present with where you are now. So that's what I got for you today. I appreciate you for being here. And remember to lead with your heart and not with fear.